The first time my father told me I wasn't wanted, I was 6 years old. I remember standing in the kitchen wearing my school uniform, holding a drawing I had made just for him. It was a picture of our family, my mother, my father, my older brother Daniel, and me. He didn't even look at it. He simply pushed it away and said, "Stop pretending you're part of this family." At 6 years old, I didn't understand why. Years later, I would. My name is Emily Carter, and this is the story of the longest night of my life. I grew up in a quiet neighborhood outside Portland, Oregon. From the outside, our family looked perfect. My father, Richard Carter, owned one of the largest construction companies in the county. Our house sat on 3 acres of land behind expensive iron gates. Luxury cars filled the driveway. Every Christmas we hosted charity dinners. Everyone thought my father was a generous man. Nobody knew what happened after the guests left. Behind closed doors, he became someone else. He adored my older brother Daniel. Daniel could do no wrong. When Daniel broke a neighbor's window, I was blamed. When Daniel stole money from my mother's purse, I was punished. When Daniel failed college twice, my father said the professors were jealous. Everything Daniel touched became someone else's fault. Especially mine. My mother had once tried to protect me. But cancer took her when I was 16. After the funeral, something inside my father completely disappeared. The small amount of kindness he still possessed died with her. Now it was only him, Daniel, and me. I stayed because I had nowhere else to go. College had become impossible after my father refused to pay tuition. Instead, I worked 2 jobs. Morning at a bookstore. Evenings at a small cafe. Every dollar I earned disappeared into household expenses because my father insisted I owed him for raising me. I dreamed of moving away. But dreams require savings. Savings require opportunity. Neither existed. Then came the inheritance. Unknown to everyone except our family lawyer. My mother had secretly left me something. A lakefront property that had belonged to her parents. Its value had increased dramatically. Nearly $2 million. My father exploded when he learned. He demanded I transfer ownership to Daniel. He claimed Daniel deserved it because he would continue the Carter legacy. I refused. It was the first time in my entire life I had ever said one simple word to him. No. That single word changed everything. For weeks the atmosphere inside the house became unbearable. Daniel followed me everywhere. Calling me selfish. Ungrateful. A parasite. My father watched with satisfaction. Sometimes he even laughed. I knew something terrible was coming. I just didn't know when. It happened on a freezing November night. 3:02 a.m. I remember checking the clock because the bedroom door exploded open. Daniel stormed inside. His eyes were wild. He smelled of whiskey. Before I could even sit up, he grabbed my ankle. He yanked me completely off the bed. My body slammed against the hardwood floor. Pain shot through my shoulder. "What are you doing?" I screamed. He didn't answer. He dragged me across the room by my leg. My fingernails scraped desperately against the floorboards. I tried grabbing the bed frame. He kicked my hand away. Then he punched me. Once. Twice. 3 times. My lips split open instantly. Blood covered my chin. I cried for help. "Dad!" My father appeared in the doorway. For one brief second, I thought he would stop Daniel. Instead, he folded his arms and smiled. "Teach her a lesson." Those 4 words still haunt me. Daniel continued hitting me. He accused me of destroying the family, of stealing what belonged to him. He demanded I sign documents transferring my inheritance. I refused. Every refusal earned another punch, another kick, another insult. Eventually I could barely breathe. Somehow, during the chaos, Daniel dropped the papers. When he bent down to grab them, I ran, barefoot, bleeding, still wearing pajamas. I sprinted out the front door into the freezing darkness. Behind me, I heard Daniel screaming, "Get her!" I ran faster. The nearest police station was almost 2 miles away. I had no phone. Daniel had smashed it weeks earlier. Cars passed. Nobody stopped. Blood dripped onto the sidewalk with every step. I honestly believed I was going to die. Finally, I saw the blue lights outside the police department. The front doors blurred in my vision. I stumbled inside. A young officer looked up. His expression instantly changed. "Oh my God." I tried speaking. "My father. My brother. They're going to the room S." Hun. Everything went black. I woke up in intensive care. Broken rib. Concussion. Severe dehydration. Internal bleeding. The doctor later told me another 20 minutes. And I might not have survived. But something had happened while I was unconscious. Something nobody expected. The police had investigated immediately. My injuries were too severe to ignore. Officers searched our home. What they discovered shocked everyone. Security cameras, hidden inside almost every room. My father had secretly recorded years of abuse. He claimed it was for home security. Instead, the footage documented countless assaults, threats, humiliation, financial abuse. Everything. Including what happened at 3 a.m. Every punch. Every kick. Every laugh. My father's smile. Daniel dragging me across the floor. It was all recorded. The videos spread through investigators. Then prosecutors. Eventually jurors. Neither my father nor Daniel could deny anything. The evidence was undeniable. But that wasn't all. Financial investigators soon discovered something even worse. For years, my father had committed massive tax fraud, forgery, insurance scams, illegal property transfers, money laundering. The investigation expanded. Former employees came forward. Neighbors admitted they had heard screaming for years. One former accountant confessed she had been forced to falsify documents. The entire empire collapsed. The local news covered the story for weeks. The respected businessman everyone admired was actually a violent criminal. Daniel was arrested alongside him. Both were denied bail. The trial lasted nearly 4 months. Walking into that courtroom terrified me. For years I had been afraid to even look at my father. Now, I testified against him. For 6 hours. Every memory. Every bruise. Every insult. Every sleepless night. When I finished, the courtroom sat in complete silence. Even the judge wiped away tears. The jury deliberated less than 3 hours. Guilty. On every major charge. My father received 32 years in prison. Daniel received 18. Neither looked at me as deputies led them away. People expected me to celebrate. Instead, I cried. Not because I missed them. Because I finally understood something. Justice doesn't erase pain. It simply ends fear. Healing takes much longer. Months later, I sold the lakefront property. Not because I had to. Because I wanted a fresh beginning. With the money, I started a nonprofit organization helping victims escape abusive families. Many of the women who arrived reminded me of myself. Terrified. Confused. Certain nobody would believe them. I told each one the same thing. I believe you. Sometimes. Those 3 words save a life. 5 years have passed since that night. The scars on my face have faded. The scar inside my heart still exists. But it no longer controls me. Every year, on the anniversary of that terrible night, I visit the police station. The officer who found me is now a detective. We drink coffee together. He always says the same sentence. You were stronger than you realized. Maybe he's right. Or maybe survival isn't about strength. Maybe it's simply refusing to give up. One more step. One more breath. One more heartbeat. Until you finally reach a place where someone is willing to help. If you are living in fear today, please remember this. The people hurting you may seem powerful. They may convince you that no one will believe your story. They may tell you that escaping is impossible. But they are wrong. The night I staggered into that police station covered in blood, I thought my life was ending. In reality, it was the first day of my freedom.